You gotta be kidding me.
Happy New Year! Whoa, there was like a big noise after I said that outside. That was perfect.
Fireworks?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 30. We made it to 30!
3-0, the big 3-0.
Today is Wednesday, January 6th, 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. We took a little hiatus over Christmas break. We didn't really record. We had a little special for you that we just put out. But today we're going to talk about sports, playoffs, a little bit of science, some Twitter. We have some breaking news that happened today at the Capitol. You've all seen it by now.
Everyone's seen it.
And our music reviews. So,
yes.
Let's get right into sports. Everyone hates the Eagles. The Giants really hate the Eagles.
Yes, and hold on one sec. I am pulling this up as we speak.
You don't have the notes up?
No, I do. I just had to pull it back up over my other... Just keep going.
Also, you'll notice if you're watching the live performance on the recording.
The live performance? Actors?
If you're watching the video, I have a virtual background of my actual living room that I can't sit in yet because I still don't have a nice setup, but it's getting there. I'm not sitting on the floor any longer in my bedroom. I am now sitting on a chair, and I am using my step stool as a desk.
Well, that's because that has nothing to do with the podcast. You just don't have a desk in your room like most people do.
Correct. I'm just saying I have a virtual background if I look weird.
Well, it looks better than what you had.
Anyway, so everyone hates the Eagles. Giants really hate the Eagles. They played...
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Whoop, whoop. We're going to just get interrupted the whole time. It's late in New York City. This is when all the sounds start happening. It's 10 p.m. here.
I guess after 10 p.m., all the sounds start going off.
No, they do. It's true. Well, the Eagles played the Washington football team, and they threw the game. Everyone's saying it. Doug Peterson denies it.
It's like what is it like? What is that movie? Longest Yard, where they asked him to throw the game.
Yeah. Oh my god! And he, instead of like the ending it should have been, he was like, "Yeah."
What?
Well, no, in Longest Yard, he doesn't throw the game.
I know, but what was that? He was like, "Yeah."
I'm saying that Doug Peterson, instead of
gotcha.
of being like, "No, I'm not going to," he's like, "Yeah,
I'm actually gonna throw this.
I'm actually gonna do the wrong thing."
Well, at first I was like, "Damn, it's kind of embarrassing." Like it's. I see why people are mad, and then as time went on, I realized, and I listened to some other people talk about it that were on the opposite side, and I realized that the Giants only won 6 games. They had no business being in the playoffs.
No, I totally agree with that too.
They shouldn't rely on a team. The Eagles don't owe anything to the Giants.
No, I agree with you.
And they had the plan. Now, Jason Kelce came out and said they had the plan all week to play Sudfeld. So, almost all the players knew. They might not have been happy about it, but they knew. And let's be real, Sudfeld is on an NFL team. He's an NFL quarterback. Jalen Hurts is technically a backup quarterback. He wasn't a starter this year. He was at the end of the year, but he didn't start out as a starter, is what I'm trying to say. And Sudfeld, for all intents and purposes, was going to be the Eagles' backup going into this year if they didn't draft Hurts. And I don't think it is that bad if Sudfeld comes out and plays pretty well and gives him a chance to win. But he came out and literally did fucking terrible.
I think that was the problem.
He looked like one of us went out there and tried to play quarterback in the NFL.
I didn't even watch the end of this game. I'm glad I didn't see the switch. I would have been pissed that I stayed up for it. I went to bed because it was late and the game didn't mean anything. And I needed beauty rest because I had a long New Year's weekend. But yeah, I didn't even see the switch. I woke up, saw my phone had blown up with texts about this.
How could you be an Eagles fan? It's disgraceful.
And then I'm like, what the fuck happened? So then I open up ESPN and Doug Peterson's face is all over.
Big
And
Dumb and Dumber. Friggin', I put that on the pod page. That was so funny.
Their faces are so bad. They look incriminating. But yeah, everyone was so mad. I can't believe the Eagles did that. But honestly,
they did the. I mean, they did the smart thing.
They did the smart thing. You should play to win the game, but I'm not saying they weren't playing to win the game. I think Sudfeld's just garbage, so he couldn't win the game. But
yeah, and I don't. Yeah, he's pretty bad.
And also, they had a lot of people that were on the injury list that weren't actually injured. They just didn't play. So they should
have known that. They should have known what the deal was. They were trying. They went into the game. The players weren't trying to lose, but the management wanted to lose.
Or not even lose, just not. Why even play your good players for risk of injury?
And now, what if Jalen Hurts plays the fourth quarter and he tears his ACL? Then
correct.
Then they're like, why was he playing in the fourth quarter in a meaningless game?
Correct. Like, in a meaningless game, and I don't know why the Eagles are getting so much flack for this, because most teams do this. Like if it's the other way, like if they've already clinched a playoff and a top 1 seed, they bench everyone. They put in every backup.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is he came into the fourth quarter when there was a close game. When I think right after.
I mean, it was a weird way of doing it. That's
well,
the
Doug,
problem too.
And then which had no merit. Which had no merit. People were like, "Oh, well, Doug's going for it on like every fourth down." I'm like, if you've ever watched the Eagles, they go for it on almost every fourth down. Like they went for it on 4th and 15 one time against the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, he does it all the time. That's
like they were like, it was 4th and 5 at the goal line. He should have just kicked a field goal. I'm like, he's been doing this all year, and I don't think if the game was in prime time there would be this much reaction, because it was the last thing people saw, last game of the week. So people were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Why they put this game at prime time, I have no.
That's on the NFL. That's stupid. But I think what should have happened.
Crazy.
What should have happened is, because Hurts was not going to get anything from this game. So either start Sudfeld or bring in Sudfeld in the second half. Don't bring him in the fourth. But at the end of the day,
super weird. Yeah,
like the only people that are going to care next year are the Giants, and the Giants suck anyway. So I don't really care. We suck too.
I disagree with you on the Giants sucking. I think they're going to be good next year.
I think they're going to be 500. I don't think they're going to be like 10-6. I think they'll be like 8-8.
We'll see.
I think
they look good.
We can give our predictions for next year in the NFC East, and we'll give our predictions for the Super Bowl and the playoffs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we'll try to stay away from the Eagles for the rest of the time being. But
I talked enough about a team that's not in the playoffs.
Yeah. But my biggest thing is Joe Judge should not be saying anything about the integrity of the game. You were with the Patriots for all those years. Deflategate, Spygate. You have no right to talk about the integrity of the game, and no one really, it's like he's like, well, when I'm the coach of the Giants, that will never happen. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you shut up. Like, you're just trying to get the shit off your chest so you can make your team feel better. Like, you guys were 6-10. I don't want to hear about integrity. Win more games. He was a good coach. I really do think he's a good coach, so I'm not going to say he's not a good coach. Like,
you literally have to win one more game.
Yeah. But like, you shouldn't be talking about integrity when you were on the Patriots staff. Like, like, Eagles would be fine. Like, if the Patriots, I know they didn't get away with cheating and they got draft picks taken away, but no one still sits there and said, "Oh, the Patriots, their legacy is tarnished."
No,
like,
no one cares.
No one cares. It's just flash news. Like, everybody gets hype about it, and then a week later, no one talks about it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it really even matters, but had to talk about it.
Yeah. So that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, any other crazy things happen? I didn't really watch that much football.
I will say it was a pretty big deal. We did lose because we have a chance to take either the best cornerback in the draft or a top 2 receiver in the draft. Smith or both of them would be life changing in Philly. Either Surtain, which is the best. I think he was rated the best cornerback since 2008, and then Smith and what's his name? Who's the other guy from LSU that didn't play this year? I know his name. Chase. Smith and Chase. They're both can't miss prospects. So we're gonna get one of those. If we were 9 or 10, we wouldn't have probably got one of those. So they're gonna be all right. They'll be fine.
Okay. Well, anything else crazy happening in the NFL last week?
The Cardinals and Rams both had backup quarterbacks play for a playoff spot.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Cards.
Kind of weird.
Cool.
And not really exciting because
the Rams are sneaky good, though. I mean, I'm glad the Rams made it. The Cardinals wouldn't have gone far, I don't think.
The Rams are Super Bowl favorites if they have a better quarterback. Jared Goff is just below average. If they have a decent quarterback, like I would, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say the Rams should ditch Jared Goff and sign Matt Stafford this offseason.
Really?
I think so. I think because Matt Stafford, they have weapons. He likes to throw the ball down the field. I think he's a good quarterback. He was with the Lions, who have always been terrible. I think he gives them a way better chance to win than Goff.
Matt Stafford is very underrated because of the Lions.
And I think
I think he had like his records. I'm pretty sure I've heard this somewhere that his records are good enough for like the Hall of Fame, but no one really knows because he plays for the Lions.
And he's never really won big games,
right?
Which is in part because he's been with the Lions. He's never had a great head coach. Sean McVay is a pretty good head coach. He would have 2 or 3 really good receivers, a good running back tandem, a top 10, top 5 defense. I think they should do that. I don't know what they're going to do with Goff because no one is going to want Goff. I mean, he's pretty bad. Like the Rams have a quarterback situation not as bad as the Eagles do, but Goff and Wentz have probably both been the most disappointing quarterbacks this year, easily.
I agree. Which is weird because Goff was really good also his first year.
His first couple, I think, was it the first year or second year he was really good? I don't remember which year it was, but he had a really good year. I think it was the year they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think
it had to be.
Goff's not very good. I would rather honestly try with Wentz than go with Goff. But that's just my opinion.
Okay, well, we'll move on from last week's games. I don't think anything else crazy happened. So I'm going to name off all the playoff teams.
Already got
14
it. 14
teams. We got, and this is ranked by power rankings. So the number 1 team that I say is who they predict to win the Super Bowl. So we got KC, Bills, Packers, Saints, Ravens, Bucks, Seahawks, Steelers, Titans, Colts, Browns, Rams, Bears, and the Washington football team coming in last place.
We need to put that music in the back.
Oh, man, playoff weekend this weekend.
Let's make predictions, man. Let's make predictions.
The best time of year. 'Tis the best time. I don't have the games. I only have the list.
I thought you had the games, too. I'm pulling up the games right now. Yeah, it's a good weekend, man. Playoff football's here. I'm looking at basketball scores right now.
Basketball is upon us too. We'll get into that. But I think another big story is that the Browns are having to play without a head coach because he has COVID.
Really?
Yeah, so the Browns are in typical Browns fashion going into the playoffs just willy-nilly.
How did that's if I'm a player, I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, we did all this all year and you're gonna get COVID now?
Yeah, it's crazy.
As a coach, like, it's one thing if a player gets it. I not saying that.
Well, I mean, he must have gotten it from the wide receivers because that's who had COVID, right?
Oh yeah, makes sense.
So somehow like that, but the Bears aren't gonna do anything. The Browns probably won't do anything. I don't even know how the Colts got in. I guess they're kind of sneaky good.
No, the Colts are pretty good. All right, so we got 6 games here, which is perfect. Colts, Bills. I'm asking you, Colts, Bills.
I'm taking Bills.
Yeah, me
baby.
too. Bills. I can't wait for that Bills Chiefs game.
Dude, Bills are good.
Bills. The Bills. Rams, Seahawks. This is going to be an interesting game.
I'm still going to take the Seahawks, though. You have to take Russell Wilson in that game.
I'm taking the Rams. Only because, and I'm taking the Rams out of spite. I have a lot of pain still because Russell Wilson played the Rams last time, and that was why I lost in fantasy football. And he has a history of never doing good against the Rams. He will do good now since I picked against him. But I'm taking the Rams.
Okay.
Because the Seahawks have been hit or miss, and if Russell Wilson's off, they don't have a chance. So we got Buccaneers in Washington.
Bucks.
I'm going with playoff Tom.
Playoff Tom, baby.
But it will now. It wouldn't surprise me if Washington won because they can get after the quarterback, and whenever you can get pressure on Tom, he does not do good.
That's true.
I think this will be a close game. I want to say 20-17 or 21-17 Bucks, but it could be a toss-up. You know what? Let me see what else games. I'm picking an upset. I'm going football team over Bucks.
Whoa.
Yeah, I gotta pick.
Change it.
We can't pick the same teams the whole time. So
I'm going for wins, baby.
Actually, that's a really bad. I don't know. They don't have a quarterback.
Dude, you gotta stop flip flopping.
I'm sticking with my guns. Football. I'm taking the upset. Right. Football team. Ravens Titans. Okay. Good one, man. That's a good one. It's a toss up. That's some revenge for Lamar Jackson from last year.
I don't know, man.
That might be one of the most even games of the week.
I'm gonna pick Titans because I want to see them win. Not that I think that they could, but I want to see them win.
I've picked the Ravens all year. I'm going with Ravens again. I've been wrong every time, but I'm going with the Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson finally gets his payback.
All right.
Bears Saints.
I'm taking the Saints.
Hey, Bears, they have really good defense. It wouldn't surprise me if the Bears won, but I'm going to go with the Saints. I'm going with the Saints, yeah. And then we got Browns Steelers.
Browns v. Steelers. Steelers.
Steelers haven't been playing good. Browns have been pretty good.
They haven't. Browns don't have a head coach, but Steelers have been crap in the bed.
There's some really good games. I'm actually very excited for this.
I'm going to take the Browns.
Little upset alert.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Steel City. I don't trust Baker Mayfield, so I'm going with Steel City.
Okay.
And that's it. There you have it.
All right.
So let's make sure we got boom. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm kind of regretting the football team, but whatever. Going with NFC.
It's set in stone.
It's set in stone.
Okay, so playoff weekend, everyone get ready, get your snacks. We'll be back to talk about the wins and losses next week. Hopefully some crazy stuff happens. I'm excited.
Yes.
I plan on watching.
I'm gonna try to watch every game, honestly, because every game's gonna be good.
Yeah, does NFL Sunday Ticket let you see all the playoffs or no? I don't like NFL Sunday Ticket.
Well, the NFL
don't sponsor us.
Well, they can. That would be a great sponsor, actually. Well, the NFL has so many legality issues when it comes to licensing rights that.
Wait, I heard a game is gonna be on Nickelodeon.
That is a football team and the Buccaneers, I believe.
What?
No. Well, no. I don't know what game it is because they're all on major networks. Do you know who Nickelodeon is owned by? Because that would tell me. I think it's the Buccaneers in Washington.
Nickelodeon football playoff. Talk.
Banter,
CBS
banter.
teams up with Nickelodeon.
So Bills and Colts or Bears and Saints?
I don't know. It just says that CBS pairs up with Nickelodeon.
Oh my gosh. We need to hire a better researcher.
Well, you want me to read through 5 paragraphs? What kind of graphics are going to come up on Nickelodeon?
Saints and Bears is on Nickelodeon. Come on.
Like SpongeBob?
I don't know.
Is he going to pop up on screen? Hey, kids.
Touchdown.
This Bears. Is violent. This is violent for children.
Well, I mean, kids like football.
Yeah, well.
There's a lot of violence. They play freaking Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty.
That's true. Okay. So that'll be a big thing. I'm interested to see the graphics of the Nickelodeon game. That's what I'm going to report on next week.
We've got our graphics.
Okay. So moving on from the NFL, going into fantasy. You guys probably all saw, I posted it everywhere on every Instagram feed. I won fantasy football playoffs queen.
I regret.
I am so pumped. I have been bragging to everyone, and now the guys are mad because they don't want me to win next year because they're like, oh my God, you've never won anything. Like, you're insane. And they're annoyed with me, which is fine. I even thought about making a trophy. But the problem is that we change people in this league too much, and it just like, if you had past names, people would be like, who are these people?
Yeah. So you can go on the app and see who won. We've been playing since 2014, which is interesting.
I mean, that's pretty good. It's taken me that long to win. 7 years?
Yeah, I won in 2015, so it's been a while for me.
Wow. I can't believe it. For women everywhere, I made this step forward. And
there's been women before that have won fantasy football.
I think I would like to thank everyone who's been with me on this journey and who has supported me. Which is no one, because no one ever gives me any freaking help on how to set my lineup.
I gave you advice on how to set your lineup, and you took my advice, and you did well.
I did very well. Yeah, so now in my other league, in the other Jersey league, I came in dead last. I won the toilet bowl. So I did, in fact, win something. I won the toilet bowl, so I had to pay $5 back to the league for losing that badly.
Who'd you play? Because I stopped paying attention. It could have been me.
I don't know. Brad Hawkins, maybe? I didn't even set my lineup. They set the... I don't know if you can hear it. It's like...
Yeah, I can hear it.
Friggin... Anyway, monster truck rally outside. So... They set this rule in place, the $5, so that you would continue to set your lineup through the end of the season. But like, I just still didn't care because I was so caught up in.
Like, it should be like $50.
Yeah, then I'd set it. But no, I was like $5. I don't care. I'm putting all my energy into the league that I can win.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I came in dead last. Didn't set my lineup the last like 4 weeks. I lost every game. And yeah, and they were like making fun of me. I was like, guys, I literally didn't even know we were still playing. Like, here's $5.
Yeah, no.
Peace. I'm a queen elsewhere. Don't need you. But they still made fun of me. I mean, everyone made fun of me. It's fine. But yeah, so coming in next year, gonna defend my title. Hopefully play better in the other league as well. I want to get in a big money league now. I'm feeling myself. Probably gonna regret that. So
$200.
So that's about that for fantasy. Moving on to basketball, we got 76ers who are playing very well.
7-1.
I haven't watched the game really. Dougie can talk more about that.
Yeah, they look good. They haven't really played anybody that great, but they've blown out pretty much all the bad teams, which is good. They look way better than last year, and we'll see what happens when they play good competition. So, I mean, that's all I have to report on Sixers radio.
Let's go, Sixers!
And that was talking Sixers. Okay, so anything else for sports?
We
We had bowl games. Didn't watch them.
Yeah.
Just not exciting. It's just not exciting anymore. Too many bowl games.
Too many bowl games. What they need to do is expand the playoffs to like 8 teams.
I agree. That would
be
so much fun.
Same 4 teams.
That would be so much fun. You'd make more money. I think you'd make more money.
Yeah, you definitely make more money.
More schools invested. It's just way better. I wish they would bring this up because these bowl games are out of control. No one watches them. No one goes.
How do they make? How do they make money? Yeah, how do they make money?
I think they're losing money. I think they've been losing money for a few years. They need to get rid of some of them. It's just ridiculous. Like, we don't need the Tire Bowl. What is that?
We don't need.
We need like, you know what? You can have an 8-team playoff and then have like 4 big bowls or something like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's it. No, we don't need 10 bowls. With, I don't even know what the bowl names are anymore.
We don't need the
toilet
bowls
and like the tire bowls and the
Heineke.
Meineke car care bowl.
Yeah, like
that
we
played
exciting.
In that one year.
It's not even exciting. West Virginia did win their bowl game though.
Oh yeah, see, I'm wearing a W. Yeah, we need to get rid of bowl games, but we have who's playing Alabama versus Ohio State, right?
Which is going to be. See, like the 4 games are good, but they're the same team every year, but they are good. Like, it's entertaining, so I can't be mad about that.
Is that happening this weekend?
I think it's happening Monday.
Monday.
Yeah,
okay, so that's Alabama, Ohio State. Probably watch a little bit of that.
Alabama. We could have a future Eagle, potentially playing for Alabama. He just won the Heisman Trophy, Smith. So,
well, Alabama's gonna win that game, right? I mean,
nah, I don't know. It's gonna be a good game because Justin Fields has been playing really good. So,
nice. Okay, well, moving on from sports, I think we're caught up finally. We had a lot of sports to get through. We had lots of exciting times in sports right now. So we just had New Year's, and I wanted to say, do you have any resolutions? And then I was going to say, fuck resolutions. I'm over this resolution bullshit, okay? I'm 30 years old, and I'm over New Year's resolutions. I don't give a fuck about your New Year's resolutions. Don't tell me about your You want to do something, do something. But I think it's, like, so depressing. People set all these resolutions, and then they're like, I didn't do anything. Why don't you set smart goals instead? You know? Smart goals that are measurable, that have results, that you can actually attain.
Yeah.
None of this wishy-washy crap where it's like, you know, you just have this vague explanation of something you want to do and you don't have any steps on how to do it.
Yeah, you don't have a plan. You're just like, yeah, I want to work out more. I want to gain whatever. I want to put more muscle on. I want to eat healthy, but then you don't go out and buy the right food. You don't buy workout equipment. You don't go to the gym. Like, you don't set plans after work, before work. Like, you just kind of like...
Yeah, but I think instead of... And that's fine, but instead of saying, I want to get abs, you need to say,
I want to get healthy.
Not even that. I think you need to say first, I am going to eat this year. I am going to do 10 minutes of abs a day this year or this month. You have to start small.
Yeah, start small.
You need to set something that you can measure. You can't just say, I'm going to learn a language. Okay, I can say that too.
Yeah, or I'm going to learn how to play guitar. Like, you got to be able to say, well,
right.
I'm going to learn how to, you know, do a basic chord exercise. I'm going to learn how to...
Every day, I'm going to do this for 10 minutes, or every other day, or twice a week, I'm going to do this. And I just really wanted to bring that up as a, like...
Because then you get burned out,
life fitness coach, I guess. I'm not qualified for that. But I'm really just tired of resolutions because they're bullcrap. Set SMART goals and keep them small, and then you'll feel better about yourself.
I think everyone's tired of... I haven't seen many people post resolutions.
I
think,
know,
like,
I haven't either. I'm, like, very proud.
And also, like, you don't need the new year to change anything you want to change. Like, you can wake up one day...
You can change at any time. If it's March and you decide you want to change, it's okay. You can change.
Yeah, and if you start something now, and it might seem... If you start small, every day you do something small, by this time next year, you're going to be so far ahead of where you're going to be, where you want to be, hopefully. But you're going to look back and say, wow, I thought that was going to be so insurmountable. But you can just take it day at a time. Like, today, you live day by day. You do, okay, I'm going to go to work, and then I'm going to come home and do 10 minutes of this. Or I'm going to, you know, if you start with, like you said, 10 minutes, then maybe you increase it to 20 minutes and then 30 minutes down the road. Like, whatever, you know, you got to start small, and you got to start... Don't overdo it.
Life coach segment of the pod. New segment, new year,
don't
new
overdo
us.
it. Like, if you want to work out 20 minutes and do like a workout on YouTube. Don't burn yourself out in the first couple of weeks and go like 2 hours every day. Like, you're not going to do anything.
I'm glad we're over this, like, new year, new me. It's like, it's a new year. We still have COVID. I think everyone's like, fuck this. Like, still fuck this. Like, everything sucks still.
Yeah, we had the start of the year with Dr. Dre. Did you see what happened with Dr.?
Aneurysm.
They say he's good, though. He's healthy, right? Well, I don't know how healthy, but he is in stable condition. He is, like, able to function, and you know, he's doing okay right now.
Yeah,
which
glad
is great.
they caught it early, because that's deadly. I mean, if you don't catch in time.
Yeah, and I saw the news. I was like, no, we can't start, 2021 losing another legend. So thankfully he's good for now. Hopefully he's good for the long term. Then we have, which is, I think we're going to go into next, we have the Capitol building got raided by Trump supporters.
Well, before we get into that, staying on New Year's.
Okay.
I'm trying to do dry January.
I was going to try that, but then I was...
So this is the problem. I'm going to explain myself. I'm going to come off sounding like an alcoholic, but I'm not.
You're probably an alcoholic.
No, I'm not an alcoholic. I haven't. Okay, so it's exactly what an alcoholic would say.
I swear I'm not.
So it doesn't ruin my daily functioning of life. So I decided to try dry January. I have gone, I don't know, almost a week without drinking. Yay!
Woo!
But this is the thing. It's not even that I need to get like loaded or drunk. It's just the problem is the week is pretty easy, generally speaking, to not drink. Right? You're not doing much. Don't laugh at me. Just listen to this story and you will agree. So during the week, it's generally easy to not drink. But the problem is you get to the weekend and also because of COVID, you're stuck inside. So you're like, what am I going to do to mix up the week and weekend? So I'm watching sports, probably chilling, whatever. And then at nighttime, you know, you want to have like a glass of wine or some brewskis.
An adult beverage.
And the other, right. And I don't need to drink those to have fun. But the problem is, if everyone, I don't know, and this is legit, and this is where I have the problem. I don't know how to have fun with drunk people when I'm not drunk.
That makes sense. It's like when you're around high people and you're not high. It's like, well, I'm fucking...
This is the main problem. If no one was drinking, I would be fine. We could all sit and play a game or watch TV. But if everyone's kind of tipsy and I'm sober, I don't know how to interact with you.
I feel boring. Yeah, it's like why am I not drinking? Like at least a couple drinks. Like
I feel like I can't relate. And we're social animals. We're not meant to be alone or do things alone. Like we're very social. Like evolutionary wise, we need to be in a pack and we need to be following the packs because that's safety in numbers. But like, I'm like, is there something wrong with me or do you agree that it's hard to be the one sober person when everyone else is tipsy? I'm not even saying drunk. It's just like weird.
Well, yeah, that would make sense. Like, where'd you go?
Oh, sorry. That was weird. It blacked out.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think
so. This is the predicament I'm in. So I'm gonna be safe as long as everyone is chilling. But once people start drinking,
once people start tipping and sipping, it's over.
Then
it's like dry January is going down the fucking tube.
So I'm gonna try. I'll update you guys next week if I've made it past the weekend. But that's the problem. And it's not peer pressure. They're not like, Holly, drink. They don't care if I drink or not drink. I'm the one that's freaking awkward in my own brain. Like, all these people are tipsy. Like, I'm not funny to them. I need to be on this level.
Well, it's not really that fun, though, because, like, it's almost... What is that noise?
The heater.
Oh, my gosh. It's not really that fun.
I'm like,
because it's like when everyone's drinking, it's a social event. So it's kind of like... They're drinking to whatever the reason they're drinking for fun, just to loosen up, to just kick back, relax, and feel good. And then if you're just sitting there, it's kind of like you can be there in conversation, but it's almost like you need that. It's just like you need something in your hands. Like I need to sip on something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just have like seltzer water, you know, but
yeah, but then you would feel like an alcoholic because like, why am I drinking seltzer water? Give me a damn drink. It's like you're a recovering addict or something.
But like that's so sad that we've gotten to the point in our lives where like we can't relax unless we have a drink.
Well, that goes back to like old
smoke
times.
Or whatever.
That like if you watch old movies or you talk to old people, what they do? You go out somewhere and you smoke and you drink and you talk and
right.
If you even at work, like you see old movies or even today, they have the little things at work where you fill up your glass and you have meetings, you drink, you smoke, and you bullshit.
Yeah, I love bullshitting. That's why I love drinking, I think.
And I think, like, if you just have a few or have, like, a little glass of whiskey or...
Yeah.
That's cool. But, I mean, if it gets to the point where you're drinking every day or you have to have it every day...
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to come off like I don't have a problem.
You're a weekend alcoholic. You're a weekend alcoholic.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're not even... But if you were by yourself... If you were by yourself, you wouldn't drink. Yeah,
correct.
Or if you were around...
No, I don't like drinking alone. I hate drinking alone.
And, like, if you're around the guys from Jersey, they don't drink a lot, and you guys don't drink, so it's not like you're like sitting there, like, getting hammered when they're, not drinking. That makes sense.
That's what I mean. Like, if no one else is drinking, I'm not drinking.
Well, yeah, so you just
I'm a social drinker, I've decided.
That's not that bad.
But I want to try to do the dry thing. Like, do people feel better? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it won't matter.
I think it's good for people that drink heavily on the weekends. But if you just have a drink here and there for a couple of days, I don't think it's gonna make you that much healthier.
That's what I mean. It's like, oh, you'll feel better. Will I? Because I don't think so.
I think these people are like low-key alcoholics that drink almost every night, like drink bottles of wine every night. So they feel like shit every day because they're hungover.
So that when they give it up, they're like, whoa, this is great.
Or you are someone who goes out on the weekend and like, there's some people that go out and I follow them on Snapchat or Instagram. Like they get highly drunk every weekend. I'm like
blasted, yeah.
Like college. Like it's like guys, you don't need to get blasted every weekend. Like, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
But then again, that might go back to the being around people. If everyone's getting blasted every weekend, then you might probably get blasted with them. Like you're not going to be sober.
Right.
You might find new friends, but
yeah, so this is my predicament. I'll keep you guys posted on this journey of sobriety. Anyway, maybe you guys can relate. I just wanted to put that out in the universe because I thought it was just, I was thinking out loud and I was like, wait a second. I know why I have problems with dry month when trying to do this. It's freaking because I'm a social drinker.
Yeah,
okay.
That's all right.
And we have, sports. I love drinking for sports.
Yeah,
anyway.
You got to crack a cold one for a football game,
So it's nothing better. Nothing better. All right, so breaking news. Today. It sounds like the Hunger Games today at the Capitol. We gotta get that sound and the ESPN sound. Oh wait, we probably can't because that's copyrighted. So you guys all saw today that the Capitol was stormed by alt-right group. That is correct. I don't want to get any fake news on this no fake news on this podcast.
I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
But no, so these were alt-right Trump supporters, I believe. And they were protesting the election results. They want Trump to stay in office. They're angry. The Democrats just took control of everything basically today. Congrats, Georgia. And Dougie's doing like a dance. I hope we can do something.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a great thing either. But
yeah, having everything one-sided is a little scary to me. I hope we can all agree, but I'm also scared to be all on one side. I'm like, you put all your chips in one basket.
Yeah,
if it's wrong, we just went all in, and I hope America's ready for that. So we're all in. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw the videos, but people were climbing the wall. I saw a video of a guy like scaling the wall. First of all, that's impressive. I don't know how he did that. But they were scaling the walls. Yeah, he's like a spider monkey. That's the big heater. Climbing the walls, they were storming through the building. They were taking pictures in the building. A lady was shot and killed. I don't know who she was, how old she was, or what side she was on or not on, or if she was shot by police or shot by a Trumper. I don't have the details of this lady. Just know a lady was shot and killed. So this is crazy. Start of 2021. Are you gonna say? You're just like,
I'm trying to.
You said you were gonna go off, so I was.
I'm not going off anymore because
Dougie said he was gonna go off on the pod today, so I'm just letting him. I set the stage.
You set the screen for me. I'm just going up shooting the ball.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, first off, it's totally ridiculous. Like I'm not saying that. Like it's just ridiculous. Like, but there's also I'm just very confused because it's one of the most, I would say it's probably one of the bigger like government buildings in America, right?
This is technically a domestic act of terrorism.
It is. It really is. And
under like the definition.
How did they, I was angry and then I'm confused because like, how did they get in so easily?
I don't know. I didn't know you could just climb into the Capitol building.
And like, I saw videos of them like pushing cops and like and then I saw videos of like the cops just letting them in. I saw videos of them fighting the cops and like just moving through them. Saw videos of them breaking the glass into the building. I saw videos of them inside the building on the floor where they do like congressional hearings. And I saw a picture which sparked my curiosity. So, did you see the photo of the guy that's standing there on the main thing? He's like this. There's a photo of that, and then there's a guy. I guess there's like a higher part of the stage, like above it. There was a guy, like a photographer, taking photos of him, and they're doing that. So, it's weird. Why would a photographer just be in there waiting for them? I don't know how the photographer got in there. Like, why is there a photographer there in the first place?
How did they have time to take photos?
Like, I'll send you the picture. I might put it on the pod page. The guy, like, the stage is there. There's people in there. And then there's just, like, a reporter on top. I guess there's, like, a higher seating or whatever. He just standing there taking pictures below. It's like, was it staged? Was this, like... And then there's, like, the video of the people, like, being let in by police. Like, the police... I don't think you can just do that. I don't... Like, it's... How can you go into the... I really don't understand. Like, I'm so confused.
I'm very confused as well. The other issue is that, I mean, it looked like they got in easily, and it looked like they were taking their time in there. They evacuated the Capitol building.
Yeah, they were on lockdown.
But then there was, the other side is saying that the police were firing rubber bullets. They were using tear gas. We didn't see any of that. I don't know what's true or not. Maybe they started using it later, but it looked like they got in very easily.
But very easily. Like the videos, and then there's videos of the cops taking selfies with the people inside. Like
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a video of the cop like taking a selfie with somebody. There's like they're just like standing around inside there. Like,
this is weird.
It's really strange, and that's why I was very angry. And then I'm like, well, what? There's got to be something else going on here because like that doesn't happen. Like that can't happen. Like we have such good security, or you would think we pay $750 billion worth of protection. And I'm worried about other countries. They're seeing this. Like they're like, well, this is easy. We can just walk right in there. Like it was so strange, and it's totally ridiculous. Like you're protesting an election, whether you think it was rigged or not. There was no evidence found. So let's just say that. I don't believe it was rigged. I think it was, if there was evidence and they found it was rigged, then I would believe that. But there was no evidence found. So many court cases got ruled out. They tried everything. Trump, again, we won't get too much into this, but he acts like a toddler. And then he puts the video out today, like, saying you guys are very nice people. You guys are special, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, when there was an attack, like, I think the biggest reason people were mad, no one cares about the government that much. People weren't even mad that they attacked the government building. I think it's the biggest thing is, like, they saw what happened this summer. You see that people are protesting for an actually really good reason. Like, not because their team lost.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to explain to people and some of my friends that, because they were confused. Why is everyone getting mad and all this? It's because this group of people literally committed a domestic act of terrorism.
Yes, it was an act of terrorism.
Allowed for a while, from what we saw. I wasn't there, so allegedly what we saw, they were in the building, took it over, and this was over an election result. It wasn't over racial injustice.
It wasn't over someone getting killed. Yeah,
it wasn't over anything like that. And that's the issue. That's the biggest problem. It's not that they raided the Capitol. You're right. I don't think most people care about the Capitol. Like, unfortunately, like, Americans don't care about the government building as much as they care about the racial injustice problem. And so, like, you can't equate this to what Black Lives Matter movement was fighting for.
Yeah,
you can't equate the two. You can't be like, well, they looted and rioted. It's nothing even close to the same.
You guys are protesting because a guy that you adore, a guy that you think is a good leader, said over numerous times, which have been refuted by evidence by courts. Like, if you guys always say you're the party of law and order, and I'm neither side. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I want to say that I don't like the government. I don't like both either party.
Anarchy.
Yeah, I don't like any of it. I think it's all bullshit. I think it's all theater. I think it's all way more exaggerated than what it really is. But at the end of the day, and I don't trust the media either. And I think,
I don't trust the media at all.
But either way,
don't trust us.
But it's the Republicans say they're the party of law and order. You guys went through the proper courts, and most time they do that in the election. They take it to court, see if everything is good. Everything was good in the courts. The Supreme Court even said, I'm pretty sure, that it was good. Numerous, there wasn't even a sliver of any hope they had. Like, there was multiple times where Trump's lawyer team quit because they didn't have anything. And there's also been refutes by Republicans saying, to deny the results of the election would go so far against our democracy, saying that the American people, that would pretty much signify their vote didn't really count, because saying it stuff, there was no evidence. At the end of the day, there's no evidence.
There's no evidence.
So you're protesting that.
Right.
So it's pretty much like if the Eagles lost, and I'm gonna go protest friggin' Doug Peterson. I'm gonna go up to the office and break in. It's kind of like you guys lost. Move on. You got 4 years. You can try it again. Maybe you'll win in 4 years. Maybe you'll be back. And and he incites this. I mean, whether he means to or not, he does. It's just a fact.
Right. That's very true.
And I think it's ridiculous. Like, imagine if that was a mob of Black, brown, Middle Eastern, for even people that tried to get in. They would, not saying they would all be shot dead, but I'm saying there would have been such resistance met with them. It would have been so much different. The scene would have been totally different. And that's the biggest thing. We just want y'all to keep that same energy with these people like you did this summer. That's really the biggest thing. There was tear gas for people, and I know there was looting and rioting and stuff like that. And what kills me the most is and now everyone's we have some bad people on our side, and but the message, and I know there was plenty of people that were actually out there peacefully protesting. I don't agree with it, but they can do that. They can do whatever they want. And but they were we have some bad apples. It's not that big of a deal. I'm we've been trying to say that. I know we said that all summer. We have people that are looting and rioting, but the overall message, 93% of the protests were peaceful. See, now you guys finally get it. It's the both, any type of movement you have, there's going to be people that are extremists.
Right. And neither side wants to admit,
Exactly. And that's the problem with politics.
Problem with human nature.
Yeah, not just politics, anything.
So yeah. I don't really have much more to say on that. Nothing else I can say.
I mean, I just want to know more. I really do. I want to know more. I want to know that these government buildings aren't that easy to get into. I want to what is, I just need to know more info. And I'm sure we'll see more. There's going to be conspiracy theories.
Yeah, there'll be more release. Oh yeah, there's going to be everything. Did you see Joe Rogan posted the picture of the guy that was holding his hands up or whatever, and it said
Really?
aliens would be aliens now would be a good time.
Did you see that? I saw the one tweet.
That's funny.
I saw the one tweet. It said, Carson Wentz is with the protesters right now demanding to be traded.
He's confused. He's in the wrong place.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I was pretty mad. I just want to see the same energy. That's really what I want to see.
All right. Well, that was breaking news. Moving on to science.
That's our news report.
Not an easy transition. I don't really have a specific science story, but I got the vaccine today.
You're looking a little pale, a little green.
Do I look like a zombie yet? No. I wanted everyone to know. I got the vaccine. I got Moderna. I'll go back in February to get the second dose. I feel completely fine. Feel great, actually. Even better. It gave me superpowers.
The government's tracking you as we speak. You have a tracker inside of you.
I will say my arm freaking hurts. It's painful, the injection site.
The thing's about to fall off. It's going to fall off tomorrow.
My arm's going to fall off. So, someone, so at Columbia, sometimes people make mistakes and they reply all to the chain email that's sent like through the department. Like that's a big mistake when you do everyone's. Someone responded today, man, my arm freaking hurts so bad. Damn, it's gonna fall off like, to the whole department. That shit is funny.
That would be a good TikTok.
But no, I will say the only reaction I had is that my arm is sore. It feels sore than a flu shot, but kind of the same.
Well,
but it hurts a little bit.
You keep us updated. If you feel like you're gonna die, you should probably let not just us know. Like
no, we're not spreading misinformation on this podcast. Vaccines are safe. I wanted everyone to know I got it. And they, I sat there for 15 minutes to make sure I didn't have any adverse allergic reactions, and everything was fine.
Yeah, I'm going to get it as soon as I
can. Well, you be last. You're young.
Yeah. And I don't have any medical conditions, so.
Yeah, so I think right now it's like, I got it because I work in the building that has patients, so I'm not patient facing directly, but there's it's a psychiatric institute and the hospital's right there, and we work in a laboratory. I go to work every day. I ride the subway every day. So it's not like we cut the line to get the vaccine.
So you're good. How does it feel like weights off your shoulder?
Today I felt so crazy. So right before the needle, I was super nervous. I was like, oh my God, like what if I like have an allergic reaction? I was just nervous. I'm not allergic to anything, so I figured I would be safe.
Yeah.
I think, it's very rare to have an allergic reaction. So I was like nervous, and then I was excited, and then I was just like planning vacations. I was like, after February 3rd, I already have like 3 trips planned.
I'm out.
I'm seriously out. I won't be scared anymore to live my life. Obviously, I'm still going to wear a mask because everyone's going to have masks, but I'm not going to be worried if my mask slips off or if I touch something. Like, I'm not going to be scared. I'm going to see my friends and I'm going to hug them. I'm going to see my family and hug them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, and someone had texted me today and was like, I don't know if I'm going to, like, I'm eligible, but I don't know if I'm going to get it because I still have to wear a mask. And I'm like, yeah, that's just because you have to show face, like, for the public. But, like, you're fine. Like, you don't have to worry ever. And you don't have to get tested every week. And you can travel and you can, like, hug people. So I'm excited to go see my friends. I haven't seen my girlfriends, really. So...
Yeah, Dr. Fauci, you know the Joe Budden podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is totally random. He was on the Joe Budden podcast. And he would I guess he's doing like a little bit of a press run, just getting the word out about the vaccine and like what's going on and doing his own thing outside of the government, his traditional stuff. And he was pretty much saying if everything goes well and the vaccine is administered the way it should be, but we know the government, it probably won't on time. He was saying by the fall, and this is the best case scenario, by the fall, everything should be somewhat back to normal and open up and we can resume our lives and we can live freely again.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think most of Colombia, a lot of the hospitals already vaccinated everyone. Colombia has had this rollout going. They have had like 28,000 people vaccinated already.
Yeah. Now, is the vaccination, is the health department in each state or each county or at the local level, are they in charge of that, or is it the state government?
I think it's state government.
Maybe, but it's probably both. They probably team up and like, hey, let's start playing.
Yeah, because they're like mandated. Like at the first few weeks, I wasn't allowed to get it because it went to just the patient facing.
Yeah.
In the hospitals, in the emergency rooms, like those people get it first. And that was mandated by the state. Like that's like breaking the law basically if we were to get around that. Now, there have been incidences where you get the vaccine, you thaw a certain amount out, you can't refreeze that, so they have to use it. And if they run out of people to inject that day and they have extra, they will let regular people know. And that's actually what's been happening at Columbia. So they'll have extra, and then they'll give it to, the researchers, basically.
Come on down. We got some extra vaccine here.
I mean, I know that sounds like, oh, you're not going in order, but the vaccine, it's going to go bad. So it has to be given to someone who's there. So you may as well just vaccinate whoever is in line.
Might as well vaccinate your cats, your dogs.
So it'll go to the elderly, and then it'll get to you guys eventually.
But I mean, it has a ripple effect. If you vaccinate one person, then, say, I don't know, one person infects 5 people in their span of this whole thing, then that's 5 less people get it. Then it's like, it just.
Right. It's just like it's just like spreading it. It's the reverse. So.
Yeah. Reverse.
So I'm excited to keep you guys updated. I'll be fine. Next week I'll have some actual new science news, but that's all I had today. I guess we can get into music reviews if you don't have.
See, the problem is I don't have anything else, but I see you have this whole breakdown of Atlantic Cube, and can't really. Everyone knows Miley Cyrus, like Hannah Montana. So like
that's fine.
I got some stuff right here, so go ahead.
You're like upset about the amount of stuff you have.
Go ahead.
I wrote this a while ago, so let me see if I remember. Man, I got low batteries. That's why my screen is going black over and over again. We gotta hurry up. Okay. So you gave me Landing Cube, Sapphire.
Yep.
And Landon Cube was born in Maryland in 1998, so he's 22. He's a baby. He is most famous for his collaborations with Lil Skies.
Yes.
And he actually started uploading music to YouTube in 2016.
Okay.
And he collabed with Lil Skies on the song called Nowadays on Lyrical Lemonade. So that's kind of where he got his start.
Yeah.
I noted that he has long pink hair, which I thought was interesting. I made a note of that. And I would say that he's very alternative indie, and he does a good job of combining rap and rock together. And it was an easy listen, and it really reminded me of Maroon 5 sound a little bit. Yeah. I don't know if you agree with that, but that's kind of who he reminded me of. It's like the high-pitched voice, a little tinny sometimes, which Maroon 5 does.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And then there was a song called Calm Down, and it sounds just like Gym Class Heroes. So those were like the sounds that he reminded me of, kind of Maroon 5, a little bit of Gym Class Heroes, which brings in like the rap, hip-hop, alternative sound.
Yeah.
So it's really an interesting, unique combo, I think. And the songs that I liked, there were 3 of them. One was 21, Slam the Door, and I really liked the song 80s.
Yeah, 80s, like 21's probably my favorite on there.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah,
that kind of had like John Mayer vibes a little bit.
Yeah. So overall, very cool. Would listen again. Chill. Good combo, unique.
All right, well, you gave me a new artist, hopped right on the scene in 2019, Miley Cyrus, if you've ever heard of her.
Never heard of her.
So I got some info here. Not much, but I got some. What is going on out there?
I told you, this is the night. Night crawling.
Oh my gosh.
Miley Cyrus song.
That isn't Miley Cyrus song.
See what I did there? Dang.
So her new album, you gave me Plastic Hearts, I would like to say. And I won't give too much of the stuff right now. I'm gonna go do a little review. Very 80s rock. A little bit of alternative in there. Very cool sound. It really suits her really well. Like, it sounds like you're listening to...
Oh my God, it's amazing.
It sounds like you're listening to like an older album.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah. And I think it says here from Vulture.com, it says she did get her inspiration from older rock stars like Stevie Nicks. It says that right here. From the 80s. She says that's one of her favorite times in music. Mm-hmm. And let's see. So looking for inspiration in past greats who navigated both spaces with comfort in the pop and 80s rock scene. Says when the album isn't trailing the classics too closely, feels like the summation of everything she's learned in music and media up until now, which is true. I think it's like it's very mature. It speaks on, you know, what she's going through in a very cool way. It's easily her best album. I'm gonna get it an 8.5 out of 10. It's something that I would probably listen to a lot, just because it's different and we need different right now. It's I think you're gonna hear a lot of that. Like you heard The Weeknd go kind of the 80s pop. She's going with the 80s rock. That's gonna be a big sound here for the next couple of years. And I think she found her lane. I think this is her thing. I think it's a great mix between pop and rock. I think she nailed it. I think it's an album for everybody. I think it's something you can listen to if you're at a party, if you're just chilling. There's songs for, you know, like kickbacks. There's songs for if you want to drink and have a good time. Good features that Dua Lipa song, Dua Lipa, one of my favorite artists. One of my favorite artists. That song's really good. Probably my favorite on there. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Miley Cyrus has fun. I think this is kind of like her. She's always been known as Hannah Montana, unfortunately. You know, I'm sure she hates that now. But I think this is like she's kicking the door down, and she's grown up fully. She's done with all the bullshit. And this is who she is, and this is who she will be going forward.
No, I love it. I love this transformation that she's made into this like sexy goddess human rock star.
Yeah.
She's like so sexual too now, like very open about her sexuality and like unapologetic, which is really cool to see.
And it seems like she's in a good place. Like before, she seemed like she was going through it with all the publicity stunts, and you know, some of the music videos were a little, you know, that Wrecking Ball song. And I think, you know, she even admitted in multiple interviews
still a great Halloween costume.
that she wasn't like in a good spot, and she seems like now she's in a really good space. She likes.
Well, she stopped doing like a lot of. She stopped drinking. I think she stopped smoking as well. Which is for a while.
She probably
and
got
she
out
said
of the.
She feels way better. Yeah.
She probably got out of like the Hollywood party scene, and she probably stopped. Yeah. She probably changed her routine up with producers. She probably got new writers in the room. She probably, you know, she has more control now probably, as when before the label wanted her to go fully pop. And, you know, it's a perfect time for her because the sound is going towards that. So they nailed it. And yeah, I'm excited to see what she's got next.
Me too.
That's it, man.
All right.
I think that's all we got. It's that time again. Let's see what time we're at. I can't tell. Let's see. I don't want to stop this, so we will be back next week talking NFL picks. We'll see if the Washington football team can beat the Bucs. That's going to be huge for me. If they do, you got to take 2 shots on. Well, no, you're doing dry Daniel. This is why you can't do dry.
See, this is the problem because
I can't say it. Dry January. I hate this part of the podcast. We're terrible. You don't say anything. I feel like I got to take it over.
It's been real. It's been fun. Peace.
You didn't say it right. It's been real. It's been fun. It hasn't been real fun. Peace. We're out of here. We're done. Cut. Check. Cut the gay spoon on. You gotta be kidding me.